everyone! The 15 random questions tag that was created by All That Glitters 21 is going around right now, and it seemed fun and I like tag videos, so I thought I would do it as well. And I will just get straight to it then. Number 1. What do you think you can do but can't? This one was a hard one for me to think of an answer to, so I called my best friend. She didn't even have to think about it. In less than 5 seconds, she just bluntly told me, trivia. And I laughed because it's so true. I am obsessed with game shows. I watch Jeopardy and Cash Cab every day while I eat lunch. And I always think that one day I'm going to be on one of these trivia game shows and I'm going to win $1 million. I honestly think of myself as the female Ken Jennings. And the truth of the matter is, while I do know a decent amount of useless information, I don't know enough useless information to win me $1 million. Number 2, what's a difficult word for you to pronounce? The only one that really comes to mind is the word, I think it's supposed to be both. Like, both. See, I did it. That's how I mispronounced it. I put an L in it. Both. I never realized I did that until I came to college and I was talking to my friend, and he looked at me like, why are you putting an L in the word both? Both. It's pronounced both, but I always say both. Number 3, what is a favorite TV show from your childhood? I love Arthur, and it is still on PBS Kids at 4:30 and 5 o'clock at night, and I watch Arthur. There's just something about when I hear the theme song, every day when we're walking down the street, everybody that you meet. I don't know, there's something about Arthur just makes me so happy, and even at 20 years old, it still makes me happy. Don't laugh, but I actually have some of the Arthur soundtrack songs on my iTunes.
Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card.
Number 4, what are your virtues and vices? Now, the actual definition of virtues and vices are things that make your life worth living for and things that make your life miserable. But for the purpose of this tag video, I am just going to say that the virtues and vices are things that are good about myself and things that are bad about myself. Now, the things that I think are good about myself, my virtues, are that I'm very open-minded, I don't judge people, and I like to be open-minded because you never know what someone is going through. I have a pretty big heart. I like to think that I have a pretty big heart. I'm just a very sympathetic and empathetic person. And another virtue of mine is that family is just so important to me. I wouldn't trade my family for anything in the world. For my vices, are the things that I don't like about myself and that I know are major character flaws. I'm stubborn, I don't back down, I don't like to think that I'm wrong, I am very impatient, I don't like to wait on anything. Another character flaw, something I really don't like about myself, but I can't control it in the heat of the moment, is that I can be a bit of a brat. I don't pride myself in being a brat. I don't like the way I behave when I'm in one of my bratty moments. And I'm not bratty with like people in general or my friends, but mostly my parents. I am your typical only child personality, so if I don't get my way, the whole world is going to know about it. And I will throw a temper tantrum. I will do the silent protest. I will fight tooth and nail with my parents to get what I want, even if I don't deserve it, or it's just not feasible. Number 5, what's more important, love, fame, power, or money? I hope that everyone would answer this as love. In the words of the Beatles, all you need is love. I've seen that money does not equal happiness, and power leads to destruction when it goes to someone's head. Just look at Adolf Hitler. And fame, I don't want any part of fame. If it means not having a personal life and just always being under the scrutiny of others. I just believe that love is the most important thing in the world, and if everyone had and understood love, then we wouldn't have the problems in the world that we do today. And I fully believe that all the problems that we do have in the world today, they originate from fame, power, and money. Number 6. If you could live in any era or time period, when would it be and why? I would want to experience firsthand, and this originates from my love of American history, is the Civil War era. I would not want to experience the tragedies of the Civil War, but just the time period in general. I just love the way of life and the simplicity of it all, and the fashion. It was amazing. I wish people still dressed like that. One of my favorite movies is Gone with the Wind, and while I would never want to be Scarlett O'Hara digging carrots out of the ground, vowing to never go hungry again, the fashion and lifestyle in the beginning of the movie, yes please. Number 7. If you had to redo your entire wardrobe with 2 stores, what would they be and why? I have the hardest time buying jeans. Most long pants and long jeans are not long enough because a majority of my 5'9"-ness comes from my legs. They are extremely long. So the only store that I have found that carries jeans that are long enough is Arrow. For the rest of my wardrobe, I would choose Express. I don't shop at Express very often, but I love their clothes. I admire them from afar. I window shop often. I just don't always have the funds to buy clothing from Express. Number 8. Can you recall what you were doing a year ago on this day? Today is February. That's another word I can't pronounce all the time. February. Anyway, today is February 21st, 2011. So, what I was doing on February 21st, 2010, it was the spring semester, just like it's the spring semester now, and I was taking a movie course on magic in movies, and I was taking a politics course, a chemistry course, and I was in a psychology class. During the week, I don't go out or anything. I'm kind of a homebody, so I was most likely either studying or sitting on the futon in my dorm watching TV. Not very interesting. Number 9. Do you have reoccurring dreams? If so, explain. Yes, I do have reoccurring dreams. From my childhood, I have 2 very vivid reoccurring dreams. The first was the Wolfman dream. I had this reoccurring dream from when I was like 2 years old until I was 9, and every night I would just be haunted by this Wolfman. And when I saw the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban movie and Professor Lupin turned into a werewolf, that was the Wolfman. A second reoccurring dream that I had when I was little was like a King Kong kind of movie, and I think this stemmed from the fact that I full-heartedly believed at the age of 3 that a giant gorilla lived under my bed. And every night I would never look under the bed because I was so afraid of this giant gorilla that I knew lived under there. I think because I was always thinking about this giant gorilla that I thought lived under my bed, I would dream about this giant gorilla that would eat me in my dreams. Currently, the reoccurring dreams I'm having are a lot more awesome, just to put it bluntly. Right now, I'm having this awesome reoccurring dream that I am the female version of Sean Spencer from the TV show Psych, and it's about this guy who's a bit of a goofball and kind of is just a big kid. He's never really grown up, and he pretends to be a psychic, and he uses his fake psychic abilities, but really he's just hyper observant, and he solves murder mysteries. And I've been having these dreams that I'm like the female version of this fake psychic who is like, has a photographic memory and is hyper observant. and I solve all these murder mysteries, and I almost cannot wait to go to sleep at night just to see what kind of mystery I'm going to solve. It is so funny, but it's so fun at the same time. Number 10, what is your horoscope? I am a Scorpio. I'm going to read my horoscope. You can handle waiting and waiting and waiting for circumstances to line up in the right way, and now is a good time to exercise that patience. Things should dramatically improve quite soon. Gosh, do I hope they do. I have been struggling in one of my classes lately, so if this horoscope is correct, things should be turning up for me soon. Number 11, what does your dream bedroom look like? So this is kind of a fun question for me to answer because before I changed my major to biology, I was originally majoring in architecture and interior design. This one is one of my favorite rooms to design because bedrooms are they're an expression of you. I definitely see my dream bedroom being like a teal kind of bluish green wall, and I would do three walls in just the flat paint, but then I want to do like a stenciled accent wall with one like with matte paint and then satin paint, so it'd be the same exact color, but you would have like a shine in the distinguish the stencil. And then I'd either want mirrored furniture, or I would like a white leather tufted headboard. I love tufted white leather tufted headboards. They are so chic. Love them. And then I would have brown accents, kind of like my bedroom I have here. And then I would have like a cream colored Capiz chandelier, and I would think it'd be really fun to bring in like a zebra print chair and then a teal shag rug. I don't know, I just have all kinds of ideas floating in my mind about this dream bedroom, so this question was really fun. Number 12, what position do you sleep in? Now, when I go to bed every night, I am in the exact same position. I lay on my stomach, I have my face buried right into my pillow, and I hug myself like this. And then in the morning, I will be on my side, or I will be on my stomach, like spread across the whole bed, but I will be upside down. So there are so many nights that I wake up with my head at the foot of the bed and my feet up by my pillows. When I spend the night at my aunt and uncle's house, I usually sleep like in the lazy boy chair, and I'll wake up like upside down on the lazy boy chair, where my head is like up on the recliner and my feet are up at the top of the chair. I always wake up upside down. I don't know why. Number 13, who is your favorite vampire of all time? So, don't hate me, but I don't like vampires. I never bought into this whole Twilight vampire craze. When I was a sophomore in high school, I worked for the school librarian, and for Christmas she bought me the first Twilight book, and I honestly did try to read it. I read the first 2 to 3 chapters, just could not get into it. I don't think it's written well. I don't see any depth in the characters whatsoever. I just was not a fan. I may or may not have thrown that book in the trash. Why are people so obsessed with vampires? I don't get it. If I had to pick one, I guess Count Dracula from Sesame Street. I like him. He's a puppet. He counts. He promotes math. He's a good vampire. Number 14. What are you currently wearing on your feet? Blue and purple and pink fuzzy socks. They are very warm. The shoes I wore today, because it's very stormy and gross outside, I wore my rain boots. And they're just rain boots. I like them. Number 15. Do you have neat handwriting? Show us. I don't know what I should write. That is what my print looks like. And I will write my first and middle name in my cursive because people like my signature. And I'm not going to show my last name for safety purposes. And there's my first and middle name in my cursive. So that is what my handwriting looks like. You can be the judge of it. I'm not a big fan, but people tell me it's nice. So that was the end of the 15 random questions tag. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing all the other video responses that were made on the original tag. Bye!